Hey guys, it's Tiff back for another You, Me, Same 3, and today we have a ticket, we have a vintage recipe book, and then we have a coffee filter that has this beautiful Victorian style face stamped. Now, I am breaking out one of the new journals that I created. This is from Nellie Wortman. One of her classes that I took, and I've just been putting off starting it. It's anxiety whenever you think about starting a new journal, right? And today's 3 items comes again from Lisa, which is Creative Menagerie on Instagram. Thank you again, Lisa. She sent us actually 3 sets of items, and I'm going directly into this ticket with that vintage recipe paper. So originally when I first saw the ticket, I don't typically use tickets, but when I saw it, I was like, ooh, this could be a cute little mini book. Yeah, why not make the ticket into a mini book, an accordion mini book? So I just am kind of going with that. And I will tell you right now, this was a bit of a challenge. I will say I did a lot more thinking than my normal style, and I had to get a little more creative, and I think that's why I really enjoy this series of You, Me, Same 3. So if you're tuning in for the first time and you don't know what this series is about, this is a series between myself and Michelle. Her channel is Mickelnay on YouTube. Originally, we would send each other 3 items each month and then do a video using the same 3 items. No, we did not discuss what we do with the items. We just literally have them and get started. Well, in 2020, we decided to start letting our viewers send us packages. So we are almost done with all of the packages that we have received, and we are no longer accepting those for this challenge. And then in 2020, what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to open an Etsy shop where people can purchase. These are not going to be expensive kits by any means, but they are going to purchase the same 3 items that we are doing, and then they will be listed there. You can purchase those, and then know that on the last Saturday of the month, we are going to be doing a video using those. And then you can use our hashtag to post and show us what you created with the 3 items that month. So look for more information coming about for that. And we're going to rotate, and pretty much we'll probably have about 10 different kits that you can get. And if you missed it right there, I actually used these things called color infusions by Paper Artsy, and that's what I put down on the craft mat, and then I also just added water and ran that whole little mini book all the way through it. So yeah, just look for more information when it comes to our kits available. Again, we are going to have 10 kits roughly that will have the same 3 items. If you're another YouTuber, let us know. We'll be happy to link you to the last Saturday videos. If you're not a YouTuber and you just want to play, well, honey, come on and play. We okay with that too. So now, as you saw, I just put clear gesso all over this coffee filter. Well, you could be asking yourself, well, what the heck on Mecca Tiffany are you doing that for? Well, that would be a great question because I'm not sure. I've never done coffee filters like this. So I did not really know how it would take, and I knew that clear gesso would give it some tooth that I could kind of grab and use. Now, I used a brown Stabilo and a Neo color too, just to give this girl a little bit of flesh tone so that she would kind of stand out from the very white coffee filter here. So Great challenge piece here, Lisa, because this, it gave me a run for my money. But I was not giving up. I just kept pushing forward, and it come out pretty good, I think. So just to stick with me here. So I wanted to use a little bit of red on her cheeks just to make them pop out a little bit, and then also on her lips just to give her a little tone and a little more definition, like I say. And I'm still completely clueless because y'all know that's how I roll when it comes to a journal page. I don't know. I just show up and pray that it's all going to work out. So I am a little tight when it comes to the frame, so I will eventually figure out that I'm tight on here, and I will kind of scoot you guys back. So just hang in there with me. Now I do have in this particular journal, I have some rust dyed papers. And so originally I went in there with that quinacridone nickel azo gold, which I love. But then I thought, hey Tiff, why not use those color infusions, girl? You already started with the colors and stuff. And so I'm just using my heating tool here to just kind of create a very orangey, interesting background. Now what I will say is I've heard that the color fusions are very similar to the color burst, with the exception that it has walnut crystals in it. So the more water you add, of course, the more it's going to flow and blend. If you don't want it to flow and blend, you can get away from that by just not using quite as much water, and then also having your craft gun or something to dry it relatively quickly. You can get it to do a few different things as far as that's concerned. But my goal here just was to get some color play going on, to kind of just give me some energy to move and groove with. So I really like the color bursts. They've been fun to kind of play with. It's been quite a while since I've had a new art supply that I've never had before. Now I went in here with my awl, and originally I thought that I would stitch that coffee filter closed and that I would use this as a little secret hideaway. But then I thought, I'm like, well, you know what? I don't necessarily want to fill this tiny little journal up today. And if I stitch it closed, then, I won't be able to get my little baby journal out, my little teeny tiny journal. So I'm playing here. This is what kind of got me stuck, is I wanted to ground this girl into this page, right? And then I have this hard edge, and I thought, well, I could create some type of faux dress with my chicken feathers, because y'all know I got lots and lots of chicken feathers because I am a chicken mama, and they have been molting like crazy, and so I get lots of chicken feathers all the time. So I'm kind of tinkering with that idea, and I'm kind of feeling it, and then all of a sudden I'm just not feeling it anymore. Don't you hate it when that happens? And then I thought, well, I could bunch that fabric up, and then I could put the chicken feathers, and that could be kind of cool, but it still just did not really give me the what I was looking for. So I kind of scratched that idea and went back to the drawing board, and I finally just said, okay, let's go ahead and staple with the long handle stapler. Y'all know I love this long handle stapler. If you don't have one, I do have it linked down in the description box below with my Amazon affiliate link, because it is like my ride or die. I've had that staple forever. It's like maybe like $12 on Amazon, but man, it just gets in all the places, okay? So you saw that I went in here with a little giblet of cardboard, because guys, just to be quite honest with you, it was on my desk and it was convenient. So I said, why not go ahead and just use that cardboard to kind of cover up the connection and how I made that stick together. And when in doubt, turquoise is the shiz, okay? So I'm going here with this craft mat that I have down, and I'm taking a little bit of that color infusions in the, I think that's Rusty Car, and I'm going to just put it down and just create a little bit of color. And my whole intent here is to try to create that coffee filter to kind of blend in, just to be honest, to not be so super white. And here I am again, futzing with that darn dress thing that I want so badly to work that I just can't seem to make happen. And if you hear that dog in the background, guys, that is the stray dog that appeared on our porch, Piper. And about this time of night, we bring him in to watch TV and hang out with us. And I guess that he's giving us the sign that it's dark and it's time for him to come in. But let me get this voiceover out of the way. So I decided just to take that little bitty corner and just push it back because that edge was so hard. And then I started journaling, and then I didn't like it. And there was just a lot of back and forth. And guys, we know, okay, we know that sometimes the pages come easy and sometimes they give us a run for our money. And dude, this gave me a run for my money, but I didn't give up. I just kept going. And one of the things I can absolutely say after this was all completed is I would have never done a journal page like this if it had not been for these 3 items. And that's why I love this challenge so much, is it pushes you past what's comfortable for you and it makes you dig a little deeper. And I love that about this. So I took a day break and I came back and I decided that the best way to ground this image is to just use some black gesso to create the area of her dress and just kind of bring it up and bring it around and make it where this is part of who she is. So like she is standing there looking at us, and I'm okay with it now. So sometimes you got to make big moves, right? And so I'm going to take that little baby wipe there and just kind of pull a little texture into it. And now I've got my little baby tiny journal, right? And so the tiny journal was 2 of the pieces, and then the coffee filter was the other. And y'all, I see faces in that lady's dress. Am I the only one seeing the faces? Faces are just showing up everywhere these days for me. And I did not see that when I was doing this. Huh. That's interesting. I obviously see 2 faces and I think a third one that's upside down. How bizarre. Anyway, so I'm scribbling around, and I'm just going to try to use that number 2 pencil because it was quite handy sitting right there, and just kind of blend those areas together. And now I'm tinkering around here, but pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete this teeny tiny journal with just a little bit of masking tape actually, and I'm going to write on the front my tiny book of thanks. And you know, we're going into November, which is Thanksgiving, and I really think in 2020 we've got to pull really hard to find the things that we are thankful for. But I thought it would be cute if I just randomly started journaling every once in a while. When something pops into my mind that I'm thankful for, I could put it in my tiny journal. And that reminds me, guys, if any of you haven't signed up for the gratitude class that starts November 1, it's still on early bird promo right now till the 31st, which is today. You can get in for the gratitude junk journal workshop that I'm actually a teacher, and I will go ahead and link that along with the coupon code for you to be able to get the 20% off as well. I'd love to see you there, and I think that 2020 is the year that we really need to show up and say thanks for the small things, right? So as you saw, I just took a rusty old safety pin that I had, and I took some just random floss. I think that was out of my Halloween costume. And I just tied it around there just to give it a little something, because y'all know I love me some texture, child. And I just kind of closed that coffee filter to my secret book of thanks, and it's very cool. I like it. I will say it gave me a run for my money, but now I've got this tiny little book. So thank you so much for joining us today. I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to run over and check out Mickelnay's channel, and let's see what Michelle has done with her 3 items this week. And until next time, guys, toodaloo!